Yo, it's your girl Missniecytv, and I'm here to do a review for the Shy Season 6, Episode 2. Jamal is back, and he's back to make things right with his sister and also to show that he's bettered his life. He comes to visit Trig, and Trig is not expecting him, and he says, I want to see my sister. I want to show her that I'm better, and you know where she is, so can you please tell me? Trig is like, you gotta give me some time, because Jamal is like, you know what it's like to be an older sibling and to be more of a father to them than their brother. He's like, yeah, of course I know. And he's trying to decide if he wants to take Jamal to see Lena, because the last time he did, Trig got disappointed and he doesn't want to be disappointed again. But Trig eventually takes him down to Rock and show him that he can volunteer there and get a job, and that Tracy will help him find his way. Victor tells Fatima that Jamal came to visit him and he doesn't want to disappoint Lena or disappoint himself by having Lena see Jamal, and Jamal just does the same thing that he did before. But he also tells her that he wants to start something for black men and their mental health, because he tells him that he needs something to focus on and to focus on something that he's truly passionate about. So Victor says that he's going to do something for black men and their mental health. And Fatima says, why does it always have to be about black men leading and black men's mental health? Victor's like, I'm going to do something for y'all too, but without the black men and their mental health, we can't lead y'all. Keisha tells Emmett that if he does what he did the night before, they're gonna be done. She's like, you shouldn't have walked out on me like that. He's like, I didn't walk out on you, I just went for a walk. She's like, well, don't do that no more, because if you do, we done. He's like, so this is what we are now? All we do is fight and we don't have fun anymore? I miss when we used to have fun. And Keisha goes, I'm your woman, not an amusement park. He's like, wow, really? But Keisha's like, getting a new house, because I'm tired of living on top of each other. Emmett's like, I'll talk to Douda about that. Keisha's like, well, I don't want you doing this, but if you're going to help us, make sure that it's a loan and let it be known that you have to pay it back. And don't make any more decisions without talking to me first. And Emmett goes, I'll text you every 2 seconds. Douda tells Emmett that he will help him get the house, and so him and Douda go to a fixer-upper, and Emmett likes it, but he says that he has to talk to Keisha first. Douda's like, why you gotta do that? Because in my day, we didn't have to. Like, I have to, or otherwise I'll get in trouble, and I don't want that to happen. Emmett is talking to his dad about Douda, and he tells his dad that Douda is helping him get a house, and he's helped him get a car. And Darnell's like, you better be careful, because I know the life that he lives, and it's not good. And Emmett tells his dad, stop being jealous, I'm alright, and I'm okay. I'm like, Emmett, you're really getting beside yourself. Just because you got houses and cars, don't think that it's a free ride. You're definitely doing something for those purchases. We have Tiffany going over to Dante to get some more weed, and she sees Dante and this guy's in there, and Dante tells her that this is my guy Cairo, and he grows his own weed, and his weed is spectacular and it's very smooth, and you should try it. Tiffany's like, what I gotta try that for? I got my own weed. He's like, here, woman, just try it. And she likes it. She's like, it's very smooth and I'm not coughing up a lung. He's like, yeah, I know. How long have you been selling it or growing it for? He's like, I grow my own weed. I grow it in Cali, and I have a whole bunch of farms. Kara tells her, you should try growing it too, because you can make a lot more money than what you are selling it for somebody. Not bite you in your business? He's like, no, I have plenty of business. So what you doing, or what you want to do, is not going to hurt me. He goes home and she talks to Rob about growing their own weed and how they can grow their own weed and they don't have to work for Douda no more. She also tells him that she went to go see Dante. He's like, Dante? She's like, yeah. He's the one that hooks me up with the supplier. He said all we need is an investor. Tiffany calls Dante for Cairo's number, but Rob says, I'm not letting you talk to Dante or the supplier by yourself. And Jamal are in the store and they're talking about how Myesha doesn't want to wear cheap stuff no more and how she should be wearing designer stuff since she's a rapper. And this girl comes up to her and she says, I like your music and your song is catchy, but one song is not going to do it forever. You're making the people sleep on you when you got talent. It's like, I have this showcase coming up and you should come be the opening act. The opening act normally lasts 15 minutes. Gemma says she can't do 15 minutes, but she'll do 10. Myesha's like, why'd you tell that girl I can only do 10 minutes instead of 15? Gemma's like, because you only got one song. Kevin pops up at Myesha's show to congratulate her. And Myesha's like, thanks for coming. I'm glad you're here. He's like, I wouldn't miss it. Where else would I be? Myesha says, it sounds like you want to get back with me. He's like, do you want to get back with me? Myesha's like, I asked you first. He's like, I miss you, Myesha. Myesha's like, I miss you too. But we can't tell Papa about this. He's like, I won't tell a soul. And then that's when Gemma walks in. And she's like, what was that? Myesha's like, nothing. It was Myesha money after the show as her payment. And Myesha counts it and she's like, I'm missing 200. Gemma's like, yeah, I know. I took that as your manager fee. Myesha's like, manager fee? You only get booking fees for when you book the stuff, but I booked this on my own. Gemma's like, technically you didn't, and I saved your behind, because you had been up there stalling trying to do one song. Rashad is trying to open his own vintage store, but he doesn't have the money to do so. So he's outside Deja's house putting his stuff on fences, like his old jerseys and his pagers, and a guy walks up. He's like, how much you trying to get for this pager? He's like, Rashad like, I'll do 50. But the guy's like, no, you're getting 20 because who else am I going to page in this day and age? Rashad's like, you right. Deja's like, don't you want to invest in something else like that actually works? Rashad is like, you believe in me, right? She's like, yeah, but she has a... Deja tells Rashad that she'll give him the money so he can get started. Rashad is like, no, I don't need your money. I'll find a way. But until that day, I'll just keep doing it. Then we have Papa's dad telling Papa and Bakari that all money ain't good money. And that he knows what Bakari does and that it's not good. And you should be in the wars instead of in the streets. Papa's like, yeah, you should. I make an honest living. Why can't you? Bakari's like, I don't want to make $7.50 an hour. Papa tells him, you can't judge nobody else because you don't even practice what you preach. You be preaching, but you be doing other things, and then you ask for forgiveness. Papa also tells his dad that he was just in his Bible app yesterday. Rashad is at Smokey's and Bakari comes and sits at his table and they start talking because Papa's dad tells him, you need to do something good with your money. So Bakari knows that Rashad is trying to start a business. So he asked Rashad how much you need to start your business. Rashad said, I don't know, but I know it's a lot. Bakari says, well, you can come work with me and Douda. Rashad's like, no, I'm not putting good money on bad money. And you're getting yourself in a lot of trouble, shorty. Be careful. It's like, what you gotta do with Douda is not even that bad. All you gotta do is look out. Rashad says, no, I'm not doing it. Papa gets a ride home from the girl from his job that he likes, and they start playing Anita Baker because Papa's like, I can't listen to any secular music outside of Anita Baker. And the girl is like, me either. Papa's like, I didn't know you were a PK. Start bonding over being PKs, and the girl asks Papa, when is he gonna be 18 again? He's like, this summer. Victor finally lets Jamal see Lena and they have a conversation about him being her brother and does she have a boyfriend? She's like, yeah, kinda. He's like, what you mean kinda? She's like, you know what I mean. Jamal's like, well, you better not be giving your body up to nobody. She's like, I'm gonna be 18 soon. He's like, what that mean? They have a nice little brother and sister moment. I hope he doesn't end up disappointing her. Douda and Nuck walk up into Papa's dad's church and they say, I got a donation for you. Papa's dad's like, I don't need you nor your money. Douda's like, that's how it is? Papa's dad is like, yeah. The last time Papa's dad made a deal with Douda, Papa's dad ended up being arrested. Bakari is standing outside the church window because he doesn't want to go inside because he lives with Papa and them, and he doesn't want to be seen with Douda, even though Papa's dad already knows what he does. And Douda comes outside and reprimands him and be like, why didn't you come inside the church? He's like, Douda, I can't, I live with him. Tiffany, Rob, and Cairo all meet up and they make the deal that he's going to be their new supplier, but Cairo tells them that they need a safe and quiet and warm place to grow the weed so that the weed can grow and prosper. They're like, okay, all we gotta do is find an investor. Tiffany asks, you sure this won't cut into your business? Cairo's like, no, I'm not in it for the money. I just want to help you. Rob ends up calling his mom and asking her for the money. She's like, how much you need? He's like, I need 50 bands. She's like, 50 bands? I'll give it to you. He's like, so you just give it to me without me having to pay it back? She's like, yeah, because I want you to do something for me. He's like, what? She's like, I want you to find out who killed my brother and why they dumped him in the river like he didn't have more life to live. He tells Rob that his Uncle Q is the reason why she's living so lavish and so luxury, and the reason that he could afford to go to private schools and stuff like that, and how Q is more of a father than her big brother. Rob is like, okay, I'll do it, but it has to be 100 bands because I'm not doing it for nothing less. She's like, okay, but get the job done. Let me know what you guys think about the episode. Do you think that is going to cause more trouble for Rob and Tiffany? What do you think is going to happen with Douda and Bakari, Douda and Rashad? Let me know what you guys think. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell notifications. Bye.